Hollywood used to sell us red carpets, perfect smiles, and I just drink water, beauty secrets. Now, it's weekly injections, hollow cheeks, and celebrities pretending their jawlines came from Pilates. Ozempic started as medicine, but in Tinseltown, even a diabetes drug can get a glam team, a publicist, and a suspiciously dramatic before and after. Number 1. Lauren Manzo. Lauren Manzo's weight loss story started like the kind Hollywood usually pretends to love. Hard work, patience, lifestyle changes, and no magic needle in sight. For 3 years, the Real Housewives of New Jersey star worked on herself and lost around 50 pounds. That should have been the headline. But of course, this is the internet where no transformation is allowed to exist without a courtroom in the comment section. The moment Lauren posted her before and after photos, people rushed in with the same accusation: Ozempic. Because apparently in 2026, if someone loses weight, the public no longer asks, "What's your routine?" They ask, "Which injection?" Lauren fired back with details. She said she had been on her journey for 3 years and had only started Mounjaro 1 month earlier, losing less than 8 pounds from it. In other words, most of the weight came off the old-fashioned way. You know, the boring method nobody wants to hear about because it doesn't sound like a Hollywood scandal. But that is what makes her story interesting. Lauren had already done the difficult part. She had already proven she could lose weight through discipline and real changes. Yet she still turned to Mounjaro for the final push. And that says a lot about where celebrity culture is heading. These drugs are no longer just for people facing serious health struggles. They are becoming the finishing touch, the shortcut for the last few pounds, the why wait button in a world addicted to instant results. Lauren's case is not the most shocking transformation, but it perfectly shows the new mindset. Even when hard work works, Hollywood still wants it faster. Number 2. Claudia Oshry. Claudia Oshry, better known online as Girl with No Job, did something very rare in Hollywood. She told the truth before the internet could drag it out of her with a magnifying glass and a comment section full of detectives. While other celebrities were hiding behind Pilates, clean eating, and the classic Hollywood miracle known as just drinking more water, Claudia basically said, "You thought they made a weight loss drug, and I wasn't going to try it, please." And she didn't just try Ozempic. She went all in. Over roughly a year, Claudia reportedly lost around 70 pounds, and the change was impossible to miss. Her face became slimmer, her jawline sharper, and suddenly the woman people knew from podcasts and Instagram looked like she had walked through a celebrity software update. Version 2.0, less body fat, more cheekbone, extra controversy included. But then came the part Hollywood usually edits out. Claudia started talking about the side effects, not in a cute, sponsored ask your doctor kind of way. She admitted the hair loss was real, and for someone living in front of cameras, losing weight while losing hair is not exactly the glamorous transformation package people imagine. That's not a glow-up. That's a trade deal with fine print written in tiny medical font. Then, after stopping the drug in late 2023, came the hunger. Claudia said she felt hungry all the time, even after eating a 12-ounce steak. That detail is brutal because it shows the part nobody puts on the red carpet the body remembers. The appetite comes back. The cravings don't politely stay in the past just because your before and after photo went viral. Claudia's story is interesting because she wasn't fake about it. She didn't sell the fantasy that discipline alone magically carved out a new face. She admitted the shortcut, the benefits, and the bill that came later. In a world where celebrities pretend their shrinking bodies are powered by green juice and sunrise walks, Claudia at least had the decency to say the quiet part out loud. Number 3. Patti Stanger. Patti Stanger built her career telling millionaires how to find love. But in this chapter, the real matchmaking was between Hollywood and its new favorite injection. And Patty didn't exactly sneak into the trend wearing sunglasses and a fake name. She admitted it straight up. She had tried semaglutide, the ingredient behind Ozempic. In a town where celebrities blame dramatic weight loss on hiking and cutting out bread, that kind of honesty is almost suspiciously refreshing. But Patty's Ozempic romance did not last long. After only 3 weeks, she said the acid reflux hit hard, and she stopped because she simply did not feel good. That is the part the glossy before and after photos never advertise. The body may shrink, but sometimes your stomach files a formal complaint. Then came Mounjaro, the stronger, shinier cousin in the weight loss drug family. Patty reportedly dropped around 30 pounds, and the difference was obvious. Her face looked slimmer, her body leaner, and suddenly, the millionaire matchmaker had become her own makeover episode. But here is where the story gets even more. Hollywood experts suggested she avoided the infamous Ozempic face by using the right amount of filler. Think about that for a second. A drug helps you lose weight so fast that your face may start looking hollow, so then you need cosmetic filler to put the volume back. That is not a beauty routine anymore. That is a full-time production schedule. Patty's story is fascinating because it shows how complicated this trend has become. It is no longer just about losing weight. It is about managing the side effects of the weight loss, then managing the side effects of managing the side effects. In Hollywood, even the shortcut apparently needs a touch-up. Number 4. Sunny Hostin. Sunny Hostin didn't need Hollywood to remind her that the camera adds pressure. She already had one of the toughest jobs on daytime television, sitting at the view table, where every opinion gets dissected, every facial expression becomes a headline, and apparently every pound comes with public commentary. During the pandemic, Sunny said she gained around 40 pounds, which honestly made her like millions of other Americans trapped at home, stressed out, eating whatever comfort food could survive the apocalypse. The difference: most people returned to the office with a bigger sweater. Sunny returned to national television. And that is where this pressure hit hard. She admitted she was horrified by the idea of being seen on air after gaining weight. Not because she had failed, but because she knew exactly how cruel viewers could be. Daytime TV may smile politely, but the internet does not believe in mercy. So Sunny turned to Mounjaro, one of the GLP-1 drugs in the same family as Ozempic. The change came fast. Her face looked sharper, her cheekbones more pronounced, and viewers who had watched her for years could tell something was different. Hollywood calls it a health journey. The audience calls it, "Wait, what happened?" What makes Sunny's case interesting is how carefully she handled it, briefly mentioning the drug before moving on as if she knew the topic was a trap where honesty itself gets judged. Her transformation says less about her and more about the culture around her, where even a successful TV host can feel afraid to return to work after her body changed during a global crisis. Number 5. Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields has spent more than 4 decades in the spotlight, which in Hollywood years is basically surviving 3 lifetimes, 6 beauty trends, and at least 1 industry-wide panic about aging. She was never just another celebrity face. She was the face, the kind of timeless beauty people used as proof that some stars simply knew how to age with grace. That is why her appearance at the 2025 SAG Awards caught so many people off guard. Brooke looked noticeably thinner with sharper facial features, visible collarbones, and a frame that seemed much leaner than fans remembered. The reaction was immediate. People were not just saying she looked different. They were asking if she was okay. And that is where the cruel joke of rapid weight loss comes in. Hollywood sells thinness like it is the fountain of youth, but sometimes the face tells a different story. Lose weight too fast, and the body may look smaller, while the face starts looking older, hollowed out, and tired. Congratulations, you chased youth so hard you accidentally ran past it. Brooke has not confirmed anything, and she has handled the speculation with the same calm elegance she has carried for years. But the concern around her shows how powerful this trend has become. When even someone known for natural beauty and confidence suddenly appears dramatically changed, fans start wondering whether Hollywood's obsession with being smaller has reached another level. Her story is not about accusing her. It is about what her transformation represents. In an industry where aging is treated like a career mistake, even legends are not safe from the pressure to shrink, tighten, smooth, and somehow remain forever camera-ready. Number 6. Julianne Hough. Julianne Hough has always been the kind of celebrity people expected to look fit. She is a dancer-performer and walking advertisement for disciplined cardio, and the kind of core strength that makes regular people feel personally attacked. So when fans saw her at the 2025 Oscars looking dramatically thinner than usual, the reaction was not admiration. It was alarm. This was not the usual she got in shape Hollywood moment. Julianne was already in shape. That is what made the change so jarring. Photos from the event showed sharp collarbones, a much leaner frame, and hollowed cheeks that made people wonder whether fitness had crossed into something more concerning. When someone who already looks like they lives inside a wellness commercial suddenly gets even smaller, the internet notices. Julianne did not directly address the concerns. Instead, her public image stayed polished, careful, and perfectly posed, because in Hollywood, silence is sometimes the most expensive PR strategy. But fans kept asking the obvious question, what exactly changed? The strange thing about this trend is that Hollywood keeps selling extreme thinness as health. A celebrity loses volume in their face, starts looking tired, and somehow the industry still calls it a glow-up. At this point, wellness has become the friendlier word for pressure, wrapped in green juice and good lighting. Julianne's story stands out because she was never someone people thought needed a dramatic transformation. She already had the dancer's body, the red carpet look, the fitness brand. And yet even that may not be enough in a culture where the goalposts keep moving. In Hollywood, being fit is no longer the finish line. Apparently, now you have to look like you are training for a movie role, a marathon, and a medical warning label at the same time. Number 7. Meghan Trainor. Meghan Trainor once became famous for turning body confidence into a pop anthem. All About That Bass was not just a catchy song. It was a glittery middle finger to the beauty industry, a reminder that women did not need to shrink themselves just to be accepted. But years later, Hollywood did what Hollywood does best. It took that message, smiled politely, and handed her a new standard anyway. After giving birth to her second son in July 2023, Meghan faced the pressure almost every mother knows, the pressure to bounce back. Except for celebrities, bouncing back does not mean slowly feeling normal again. It means showing up to award shows, interviews, and performances looking like pregnancy was just a minor scheduling conflict. In March 2025, Meghan addressed the speculation directly. She said she worked with a dietitian, made major lifestyle changes, exercised with a trainer, and yes, used Mounjaro. She called it science and support, which sounds much nicer than weekly injection in a world that won't let moms age, gain weight, or breathe. The transformation was obvious. Her face looked slimmer, her jawline sharper, and fans quickly noticed. Even more interesting, her husband Daryl Sabara reportedly joined her on the same journey, turning Hollywood weight loss into something like a couple's hobby. Some couples do yoga. Some cook together. Apparently, some enter the GLP-1 era hand in hand. What makes Meghan's story so fascinating is the contrast. This is the same artist who built her brand around loving your body curves and all. Now she is openly using medical help to change that body. Is that honesty? Is it pressure? Maybe both. Number 8. Cynthia Erivo. Cynthia Erivo has always had the kind of presence Hollywood claims to love: powerful voice, fearless style, and a face you do not forget after one red carpet photo. But during the massive Wicked promotional tour, fans were not just talking about her performance or fashion choices. They were asking the question nobody in Hollywood ever wants to hear. Is she okay? Her appearance looked dramatically thinner. Photos from premieres and award shows showed visible collarbones, a sharper frame, and facial features that seemed more sunken than before. Cynthia has always had strong, striking bone structure, but this time the change felt different. It was less movie star glow and more somebody. Please hand this woman a day off and a sandwich. The article points to experts who described how rapid fat loss can change the face. When the soft layer under the skin disappears, the bones become more obvious, the cheeks can look hollow, and the face may start to seem tired instead of youthful. Hollywood sells thinness like a luxury product, but sometimes the receipt says exhaustion. Cynthia has not addressed the speculation, and to be fair, she does not owe the public every detail of her body. But the concern around her shows how intense the pressure can become when a star is attached to a major studio project. Every premiere, every camera flash, every outfit, every angle, all of it becomes part of the machine. Her story is not about blaming her. It is about a culture where even a talented performer promoting one of the biggest films of her career can become another example of Hollywood's obsession with shrinking women until glamorous starts looking dangerously close to fragile. Number 9. Eric Stonestreet. Eric Stonestreet's story is different from most names on this list, because for once the prescription actually had a real medical reason behind it. The Modern Family star was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes back in 2009, long before Hollywood turned GLP-1 drugs into the unofficial sponsor of every red carpet. For years, Eric kept his diagnosis mostly private. Then Mounjaro came along, and according to the original story, it helped him lower his blood sugar to pre-diabetic levels and lose around 40 pounds. That is not just a cosmetic change. That is the kind of result doctors actually hope for when these medications are used the way they were intended. But of course, this is Hollywood, so even a legitimate health journey eventually found its way into marketing territory. Eric later became part of a paid partnership with Eli Lilly, the company behind Mounjaro. He even appeared in promotional videos with his mother, encouraging people to speak with their doctors. And that is where things get complicated. On one hand, Eric had a serious condition and real results. On the other hand, when a beloved sitcom star becomes the friendly face of a powerful weight loss drug, people may stop thinking about diabetes and start thinking, maybe this is how I get red carpet thin by summer. Eric's case shows the blurry line between health awareness and pharmaceutical advertising. He may be sharing a real success story, but Hollywood has a special talent for turning medicine into a beauty trend. In Eric's case, Mounjaro may have helped his health. The problem is what the public sees, not blood sugar numbers, but a slimmer celebrity body packaged like inspiration. Number 10. Daryl Sabara. Daryl Sabara is best known to many people as the kid from Spy Kids, but in this story, he is not fighting cartoon villains or saving the world with gadgets. He is part of something much more modern, Hollywood's new favorite couples activity, taking Mounjaro together. According to the original story, Daryl and his wife, Meghan Trainor, revealed on their podcast that they both started using Mounjaro as part of a shared health journey. On the surface, it sounds sweet. Some couples take cooking classes. Some train for a 5K. Some apparently enter the weekly injection era together and call it self-improvement. What makes Daryl's case stand out is that he was not presented as someone with diabetes or a serious weight problem. He was already relatively fit. So the question becomes obvious: why use a powerful medication designed for major health conditions if the goal is simply to look a little leaner? That is where the story gets uncomfortable. Daryl represents a newer phase of the Hollywood weight loss trend. These drugs are no longer just being used by people struggling with obesity or medical issues. They are becoming a shortcut for people who want that sharper, face-cleaner jawline and red carpet-ready body without waiting for boring things like time and patience. His transformation was not the most shocking on the list, but the message behind it is loud. When celebrities start treating medical intervention like a couple's wellness plan, it becomes easier for fans to see it as normal. In Hollywood, even date night apparently needs a prescription now. Number 11. Nikki Glaser. Nikki Glaser earns her spot on this list in a different way. She is not here because of a shocking before and after photo or a red carpet transformation that made fans zoom in like FBI interns. She is here because she became one of the loudest celebrity voices defending Hollywood's favorite weight loss shortcut. At the 2025 Golden Globes, Nikki opened the show with a joke that landed like a truth bomb wrapped in glitter. "Welcome to Ozempic's biggest night." The room laughed, but it was the nervous kind of laugh, the kind people make when someone says out loud what everyone has been whispering in dressing rooms for 2 years. But Nikki did not stop there. In interviews, she made it clear she had no judgment toward people using these drugs. She basically said, if it helps you lose weight, go for it. Simple, direct, very American, like turning a medical debate into a motivational bumper sticker. Then came the controversial part. Nikki suggested that much of the shame comes from thin people who are angry others can now get thin too. That line lit up the internet. Health experts pushed back, saying the concern is not jealousy. It is side effects, long-term risks, and the strange new reality where prescription drugs are being treated like beauty hacks. Nikki's role in this story is important because comedy has power. When a popular comedian jokes about Ozempic, defends it, and normalizes it, the message spreads fast. In Hollywood, even the punchlines can become advertisements. Number 12. Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande has lived under a microscope for most of her career. Every hairstyle becomes a trend, every lyric becomes a theory, and every red carpet photo gets analyzed like national evidence. But during her 2025 award season appearances, the conversation shifted from glamour to concern. Fans noticed that Ariana looked alarmingly thin. At events tied to Wicked, including major award shows, her face appeared more hollow, her frame smaller, and her collarbones more visible than before. The internet reacted the way it always does, half concern, half detective work, and a comment section acting like it had just graduated from medical school. To be clear, Ariana has not confirmed using Ozempic or anything similar. She has spoken before about how painful it is when strangers comment on her body, reminding people that they do not know what someone is going through. And honestly, she is right. The public does not own her health record just because she sings high notes and walks red carpets. But her appearance still became part of the larger Hollywood conversation. Whether it came from stress, a demanding schedule, pressure from Wicked, or something else, the result made people uneasy. Because when one of pop's biggest stars starts looking visibly fragile, fans do not just see a style change. They see the cost of an industry that keeps asking women to be smaller, softer, thinner, and somehow still powerful. Ariana's story is not about accusing her. It is about the machine around her. Hollywood loves to call it transformation, but sometimes it looks less like magic and more like exhaustion wearing designer clothes. Number 13. Lauren Elena. Lauren Elena's story hits differently because she did not hide behind the usual celebrity excuse book. No, I just drink lemon water. No, I found balance. No mysterious trainer who apparently has the power of a medical laboratory. The country music star admitted she used Mounjaro to help lose weight, and that honesty alone made her stand out in an industry where every transformation is usually wrapped in denial and good lighting. Lauren has been open for years about struggling with body image, so fans knew this was not just about dropping a few pounds before an award show. This was personal. But once her slimmer appearance started showing up in photos and performances, the conversation exploded. Some fans praised her. Others worried about what message it sent to young women who had looked up to her for self-acceptance. What makes Lauren's case interesting is that she did not pretend it was all natural. She basically admitted what many celebrities will not say out loud. She wanted to lose weight, and this was the faster way to do it. In Hollywood and Nashville, that kind of honesty is almost radical. But it also reveals how normal these drugs have become. What used to sound like a serious medical treatment now sounds like another stop on the celebrity beauty checklist: hair, makeup, spray tan, prescription injection. Lauren's transformation is not the most shocking, but it says a lot. Even in country music, where stars often sell authenticity, the pressure to look smaller is still loud enough to make a shortcut feel like common sense. Number 14. Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates takes the #1 spot because her story is the one Hollywood should have been paying attention to from the beginning. Unlike many names caught in the Ozempic rumor storm, Kathy actually had a real medical reason. She was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2017, and for her weight loss was not about fitting into a red carpet dress. It was about health survival and not letting a serious condition take control. Over 7 years, Kathy lost around 100 pounds. But here's the detail people love to skip. She said 80 pounds came from lifestyle changes, discipline, and saying no to foods she loved. Only the final 20 pounds involved Ozempic. In other words, this was not some overnight Hollywood miracle. This was hard work with a medical assist, not a celebrity fairy tale sponsored by a needle. Still, the internet did what it always does. It looked at her transformation and tried to turn it into another Ozempic headline. Because apparently, even when someone does things the right way, the public still wants the scandal version. Kathy's story is powerful because it exposes the difference between treatment and trend. She used the medication for a real condition, under medical reasons, after years of effort. But if even her legitimate journey gets reduced to gossip, imagine how messy the rest of Hollywood's shortcut culture really is. In Kathy's case, Ozempic was not a beauty hack. It was healthcare. Hollywood just has a bad habit of turning medicine into a makeover.